Hey everybody, welcome to 21 Million. My name is Pete. Take a second real quick, like and subscribe. Please just take a second, just like the video and subscribe it. It helps it just helps. Engagement helps. Drop a comment down below. And yeah, just do it. It takes 2 seconds. But what a weird monthly close yesterday. Not what I was expecting. But I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to hold true that we closed below what I had thought we needed to close. Sorry, I'm a little late today. I'm about 10 minutes late. I got a new overlay for the show, and I just set it up quick. I just got it this morning. And I don't like the way it shows the trading view screen. I think I have to fix this. It's too much. It's too much. It's too big. The trading view it takes away the whole screen. So I need to show that. That's the most important. So let's go first into let's look around the market. So market cap still over $1 trillion. We have the 24-hour volume at 48 billion. It's up from yesterday. It was hovering around 30, I think, yesterday. Bitcoin dominance at 42%. ETH dominance at 18.7. Let's run through the top 10. We got Bitcoin at 23,697, up from the close yesterday, believe it or not. Ethereum at 1651. We have BNBs at 302. That's down quite a bit. It's down a good amount. It was up. It was pushing. It was over 320 not too long ago. We have XRPs at 38 cents. We have Cardano at 36 cents. Matic at $1.25, and Doge is hovering just over 8 cents. What's interesting is BUSD. That I know when we first said this, it was at 14 billion. Their circulating supply, and now we have them sitting at just over 10, because they're gonna have to keep on burning the supply to keep that at $1. So, find that interesting. Let's look at the top gainers and losers. So, over 24 hours, we have Singularity up 16%, Maker up 15%, Stacks up 11%, Chili's up almost 8%. What are you guys drinking? Actually, I just noticed something. Oh, where's my... Just had to fix myself on that little screen. We have Filecoins up 5%. Let's go to the 7-day. Singularity's up 41%. Yeah. DYDX, never heard of it. Up 22%. But let's look at the losers. I want to go with 30-day losers. It's actually not as bad as I thought it'd be. Trust Wallet tokens are down 18%. That's interesting. I use Trust Wallet. I'm curious. I never looked at their charts. I never charted their coin. Get a date. Now it's down significant. Down a decent amount. All-time high, over $2. That's interesting. I want to go to... No, not top. It's not, we went back home. I want to look at 7 days. Yeah, I thought the top losers would be bloodier. You know, usually you have those big, 90% losers. Oh no, coins top 100. No, all. There we go. There we go. This is what I wanted to see. So past 7 days. Yeah, we have 3,300%. Floki's up 3,000%. Wow. That's Floki CEO. Who knows? How many Flokies are there? Child support is up 800%. This is a coin called child support. Hold on. We got to look. I'm curious what the overview says. The live child support price today with the 24 volume of $154,000 volume. We update our child support to USD Prime. Okay, child support is a real community exchange plan with NFT collection. There's an NFT collection called child support. Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. Oh boy, that's funny. Where's it being traded? Yeah, just on PancakeSwap. It's probably just trash. Let's take a look at their website. It's just, oh boy. They have a Telegram, white paper, abstract, blockchain, cryptocurrencies of the world, finance. Oh boy. It's associated with PooCoin. It's just a kid. It's just a beat up kid. It's a kid with a bruise on his face. Child support is aiming to create a community around the project with the main goal to help children around the world. How much you guys want to bet that this is a scam? That's unreal. It's just unreal. Somebody's got to read this white paper and let me know what it says. Actually, I should just read it. I'm not going to do it right now. That's something. Child support. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, that's wild. Biggest losers. Sharky down 76%. This is 24 hours. Let's go to 7 day. Let's go to 7 day. Let's look how bloody it gets. Sharky swap down 97%. You know what's so crazy is that another 7 days it could be down another 97%. Oh boy, be careful what you guys invest in. Sharky swap. This is just gonna. Yeah, it's bad. 97%. Oh boy. Wheat's down 78%. Yeah, some of these people get crushed. There's no such thing as a tip. Every time there's a tip, you're in too late. So there's somebody's had bought this, 100% ago, and they just got destroyed. There's so many scams in this market, in this space, the crypto space. Anyway, let's look at the fear and greed index. Still neutral. I'm happy about that. Right? If it was greed, right now I'd probably be more nervous about where we're heading. Sell-offs. It's neutral. I'll take neutral. And something else I wanted to take a look at was the Bitcoin historical monthly returns. Okay, so they don't have it updated, obviously, for February, but February was basically a net zero. It was we walked into February and walked out of it almost exactly where we started. We made no ground in February, but somebody had said that March is usually like that. And what I've noticed is as the Bitcoin halvings happen, it pushes back a couple months. So every couple months, every time that there's a Bitcoin halving, so I'm making my music a little louder. So let's just say, I'm going to just explain it better. So a Bitcoin halving that happened the tops always happen basically a year or a year and a half after the halving. But the halvenings get pushed back earlier and earlier. So this year they're planning on the halvening being, I think, around April, mid-April, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I Googled it. Let me see what it says. I Googled that before we went in. It says It's expected April 29th. And the time before that, I believe it was May 11th. Yeah, May 11th. So it's about 3 weeks, April 29th, 2 weeks before. And that's not to say, I'm pretty sure the last halvening was scheduled for, I thought it was scheduled, because my birthday happens to be in May. So I was kind of keeping a pulse on when the halvening was going to happen. It just happened to fall around my birthday. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool if it happened on my birthday. So I was kind of keeping an eye on it last time. And it, I remember it being saying, oh, wait, it's going to be late May. I thought it was going to be like May 25th. And then as we got closer and closer, it came up faster. It halved sooner than expected. I'm fairly certain that's what happened last time. So it's not to say, I think we're going to see closer to April 11th. So a month before, you push that back an entire month, okay? And then you have tops being a month before. Everything's kind of set back. So looking at the history of this chart, what I've noticed is that the red, if you look here in June of 2013, I know right here we have that 40% gain, but then it kind of goes diagonal with the, I notice a diagonal ness to this. So somebody had said March is usually a bad month. So actually, hold on, let's look back. So we would be in a spot where we were in 2019. Okay, so we have January being a bad month, February being a good month. Okay, so and then March being, listen, it's 11%, 8%, 30%, 28.9. So if everything gets pushed back a month, okay, this is just a theory. Okay, this is a theory. If everything gets pushed back a month, okay, so December would have been, we can look at it. Yeah, so here. So December was a down month, okay, but it was in a better direction. Okay, where was it? 19. Yeah, so it was almost, it was in a better direction. So we have 16%, but don't forget 16% there was FTX. So we have negative 3.76. Okay, so not down as much. Okay, and then we went to the 39% was the big one in January, which a lot of that is us gaining back what we lost in November, which I don't think we should have went that far. 16% in November at that stage of the bear market was a lot. But that was a very bad situation. Okay, so if everything is pushed back, like I'm saying, so February, we had a net gain, okay, and then a smaller return in March. So if this was, let's just say this the February of what we were expecting, and then plus a little bit of extra from the regaining ground from FTX. Okay, I think March would be similar. I'm sorry, I'm getting the months confused. February, yeah, so this would be January. February would be March, okay, which was for us a little bit, was significantly less. It was zero. We didn't really move anywhere, okay? But then I think March would be similar to April. So, I mean, I think we're going to have a big gain in March. I think we started off right, but we'll get to that. Let's take a look at the charts now. So I'm going to go to this screen because you guys can see it better. Okay, so here. So we're going to start at the monthly because it closed yesterday that way. And we pretty much, we closed green. All right, we closed green. And that yellow line that I have there was pretty much the two tops that we saw here in July and August. And then it just seemed like it had a little trouble there. We closed, though, in the positive. Okay? Definitely under and by a hair. I mean, this could have went the other way. We could have had a red candle, which, oof, I don't know how I would have felt about that. And this could be a range. We could have closed above some type of. Let's take a look. Let's see any fib levels on the monthly. I usually don't fib out the month, but let's see if it goes anywhere. Yeah, I mean, it does. It goes right onto that that resistance, which we're above right now. We are above that line. That's why I think March is going to be a little bit bullish, just the way we're starting out above it. But I guess time will tell when it comes to that. So we closed out the month. Let's take a look at market cipher B. So significant level is definitely the 23.3. 23.3 is super significant. I would definitely keep an eye on that. Definitely keep an eye on that. Yeah, every time if we dip below that, I would get a little nervous. But we also saw. Sorry, guys. We also saw a bounce here. Yeah, look, this is another level we should keep an eye on. This bounce here. Because you can see we wicked above it, wicked to it, and then wicked down to it. Yeah, so this area would be, 21.3. If we do break below, maybe we do see a move down. I don't think so. The line that I have here, so right here I have it set for, it's May of this year, so 2 months from now. That would be where we were at the bottom to the peak here in 2019. That's where this would be. That signifies the same amount of time. And that's where we hit our head on that golden ratio, the golden pocket. Okay? So that's a possibility. But let's take a look at market cipher B. So what we have here is some positive stuff. We have, so on the monthly, we have a curve back up. We're curving back up on the money flow, okay, which I think is one of the most important things on market cipher B. And we have the green momentum dot. All of a sudden, I don't know my colors. I was going to say blue wave, but yeah, blue wave came down, got a green momentum dot. Going to curve back in. The VWAP is above the zero line. One thing that I think is interesting, we have and it could be part of the diminishing returns, is that we have a lower low on the money flow. I'm curious if we see, because we have a lower high too. So I'm curious to see how that shakes out. It'd be cool if we had a higher high. So I guess time will tell as far as that goes. Let's take a look at RSI. Yeah, so RSI is below 50. I'm expecting, 2015, 2019, right here. So we're probably in this area. It'd be nice to see this curl up, and I think March is the month that we start to see this curl in the RSI. The moving average, I think that's going to start moving up. We're actually crossing over it right here. If you guys can see, RSI is crossing above the moving average. Let's look at the last time it's done that. So we have it over here. Yeah, last time it crossed was here. Nope. And the last time it crossed before that, it's right before the bull markets. It was here. We have it crossing over the moving average. I mean, that's pretty significant. And also to keep a look at towards the top, I mean, how long we are over it, like here. And it's crazy because there was a divergence in the monthly right here. So RSI coming down, price action going up, bearish divergence. Get out. We should have known that. I should have saw that. That was picking a top right there. But honestly, RSI crossing below, every time it's ever crossed below, that would signify bear market. So the cross below here, scary. But RSI crossing over the moving average is bullish on the monthly. All right, let's go down. Let's take a look at the 2-week chart. Let's see what we have here. All right, 2-week chart's not as bullish. But let's look at it nonetheless. Whenever I look at the charts, I always go straight to the market cipher B, just to see the momentum, where things are heading. So for me, same thing. We're at the same resistance level. Actually, on the 2-week chart, you can see we actually traded inside that channel, those lines pretty tight right there. Pretty tight. But on market cipher B, this is why I said it's a little bearish. On the 2-week chart, money flow coming down. Even though momentum's coming up, VWAP pointing down, that's enough for me to I wouldn't, if that was a trade, I probably wouldn't go in. I want the money flow to be flush. A flush money flow. This is nice. It looks like 2021 it's showing. 2-week chart. I never looked at the 2-week. We never even hit the red. If this isn't the bear market. That's interesting. Let's look at the weekly. All right, weekly chart. See, weekly chart looks bullish. More bullish. So same thing, bouncing off top in that area. So something with the weekly to keep a look at this Sunday is if we close above that 23.3. That's something we want to see. Closing above that's going to be important. That would be significant. It'd be nice. But let's look at the money flow and the RSI for the weekly. Okay. So, see, this is more bullish. And this could bleed into the 2-week. It could be bleeding up. So, on the time frames. So, momentum's up. We have the money flow curving in instead of curving down or thick. We're not like here. Okay. VWAP is pointing down, which we could see. Let's look back. So we could see something like this. What is this, 2019? Yeah, look at that. June of 2019. This is where I've been saying we're in that area in the beginning of that year. So we could see something like this. I wonder where that, let's draw a line there. Let's draw a line here and see where that is in 2019. Yes, that's possible. We're actually, this is the lip up, and this would be us curving in. And then I keep, like I said, May, that would be pretty much here where it bumped its head. It looks pretty similar, guys, on the weekly. Definitely looks similar. Like, absolutely. That's pretty cool. That's good. Bullish news. Let's keep on. Let's look at the RSI. So RSI is high. It's above the moving average, which is nice. So let's look back. Let's go back to that same time frame. Let's look at 2019. Early 2019. It wasn't above yet. RSI is high. Higher. It's at 56. And it had peaked out around, hit its head on about 80. So yeah, we have, I think, more room to grow. But I would keep an eye on that if we're looking to make an exit, if we think we're going to see a downtrend. I don't know how much March of 2020 and that scariness before, because this stuff was going on before. This just hit like the United States there. So this was going on now in this area. This is like around the world. You know, it spread first there. So I don't know how much of this is that fear in those countries already. You know, and then it hit the U.S., so it's possible. This could have been, you know, we could have hit a head here and then went through. I mean, we could have had a different bull market entirely. But let's keep moving. Let's go down to the, let's look at the 3-day. Let's get a little freaky today. So 3-day chart, like I said, my eyes just instinctively go to the market set for B. Actually, one more thing before we move on. Let's go back to the weekly. I want to see where we stand with the 200-week moving average. Yeah, so this is us. We hit our head on it twice. So we could be coming down here, finding support to break through. That's going to be a significant mark. 200-week moving average, 25.5. So that's that number we're chasing, 25,000, right? We've got to close above that, move on, keep it moving. But let's look at the 3-day, like I said. Let's see where we stand here. So under the 200 moving average. Market side for B. So this is in the green. This is in the green. I always go back to 2019. Yeah, look, same thing. We're in the green. We're going in the green. Back here. 2023, we're coming in the green. VWAP is curling down below. We have the momentum waves are diminishing. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think this is, we're in the green. Hopefully we get a nice little bounce here and get super flush in the green. That would be nice. So yeah, that's bullish. Got one for the bulls. Let's look at the RSI. So RSI is below. So on the, what is this, the 3-day, it's curling up. Okay. You know, we could see a move, a break above the moving average again. Let's look back at 2019. Because that's our comparison. Yeah, right here. Actually, right here is when it peaked out. That's how you know you're bullish. Actually, on the 3-day, there was a divergence. So yeah, you had a price action moving up, RSI moving down. Almost like we saw just when I showed the monthly, the Bitcoin monthly chart, the divergence that we had when it hit 60,000 twice, over 69,000. So that's interesting. That's interesting to have seen that divergence. You could have been able to, know to get out. Just things that we keep in mind and keep in our pocket for the next run. So let's see. Let's go down to the daily. What do we have here? So in the daily, we are above the moving average. We're above the moving average, which is coincidentally, daily moving average is exactly the 21,378, that number that we had picked out before on the monthly, which is interesting. But yeah, we bounced off of that, found that as support. Now we're moving up. there's still a lot of room to grow because when we go, we don't really spend too much time under the 200 day. We usually move, but let's go back to 2019. Let's take a look. That's our comparison for the day. So yeah, let's look. Yeah, look at that, March of 2019. And I keep on saying we're like a month behind. And that would be the bounce with me a month behind. Actually a little more, which actually makes me feel better. So we had a bounce, then we had movement to the upside. That's when we went from, it's like 4,700. We had that run up to 13 before March of 2020. So that's interesting. Finding a bounce, and I think we're going to move up. It's good stuff. That's good bullish stuff. Let's look at the daily. Market cipher B. So in the daily, we had a VWAPs crossing in. We have the money flows flush in the money. VWAPs crossing in, and we have the momentum wave pinching. So right now we'd be looking for in the daily green momentum dot. Yeah, green momentum dot would be nice. Could see that soon. Let's keep on moving down. Let's go to the 12-hour. Actually, hold on. Did we look? We didn't look at the RSI. RSI here. Yeah, so it's hovering. RSI is pointing almost straight up. That's good. I think we're going to break above that moving average. I mean, I think price action is going to go up. I also have another set of indicators that I use that I don't show on here too much. Let's take a look at that on the daily and below. So I have here, I use Market Cipher, the links below, Market Cipher, and then I used RSI, and I shut off Market Cipher A. I don't have it on too often. I usually look at it just on the monthly, weekly. I think it holds true. I feel like there's a lot of fluff here with Market Cipher A. Market Cipher B is worth every dollar that you spend on it. Just knowing whether we're in the money, negative money, good money, the momentum, it's great. And then also the big green dots. When it picks out the big green dots, it's super bullish. And then with trigger waves, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made there with Market Cipher B. Market Cipher A, Bitcoin's making a run right now. 23,720. So Market Cipher A, usually I have off for the most part, especially if I'm drawing on the chart. Like if I'm going to do drawings, those waves and those symbols it just gets in the way. But I also use a couple indicators from Trade Confident. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to that screen just so I can show everybody. So this is Trade Confident. Okay, and the ones that I use from them, I use there's 4. So I use the top and bottom finder. Okay, and that pretty much picks out buy and sell signals. Hold on, guys. I had the strength changed. No, it's not 10. So what I found is the buy and sell signals. Actually, before I want to make sure I have that right. I don't use this as much. I was watching it, and then as soon as we had that rally in January, it didn't call. It couldn't handle the movement that Bitcoin did, the top and bottom finder. So I kind of got a little discouraged with it, but there's a couple of rules. You have to set the signal strength. So not 4 hour to 1 day. No, I have it right. I had to check my notes. So 10. So what they say is as you can see here, there's a sell signal. Okay, and that's because it's when it hits the top here, this range, that's longs being liquidated. Okay, usually that means that the price action is going to come down. Okay, those it's just hitting crazy positions. It's too high. It's overbought. However you want to put it. Okay? So, but you can see here there's a strong sell signal. And it went up. Okay? And for the trend exhaustion, so trend exhaustion is kind of like market cipher with the momentum waves. I bet you they run pretty similar. But it just shows an exhaustion of the trend. So when the trend comes to the top here, it's peaked out here. Look at that. On the daily in January, peaked out. It's peaked out here. It's peaked out at 17,000. The trend is exhausted. Okay? It's just not I'm just showing you actually a couple things I don't like about it. But yeah, the trend exhaustion just couldn't handle it. It blew through the cells. And this is where actually I got into a trade. I didn't get beat up too bad, but it was kind of annoying because I'd just gotten these. But, and then also the TC market reversal, peaked out. You know, it's telling you to short it. But if you short it, you get crushed, and you're never getting that back. You're never going to get back into that. The one thing that I think is interesting is the price and money flow. So they have here whale money flow and price action. So right now they have, they're diverging. So the money flow, the whale money is coming down, and the price action is going up. Usually, what they say is that when the whale money goes up, price follows it, obviously. So I think that's interesting. But the trend's also exhausted. They told you to short here. I've seen a lot of them that it made sense and it worked. It's just this year with the volatility that we saw in January, the big movement, I don't feel like it could handle it. So that's why usually I don't show these indicators when I'm going. I think market cipher is better as far as price action. The money flow, market cipher B is awesome. And actually this line right here is from the DBSI, which I don't use the DBSI to its full potential, but it's there. I shut off they have tickers. Yeah, so the tickers show the strength in each candle, but I don't usually look at that. I use the 200-day. That's a 200-day they have, and that's that. So let's go down. Let's look at the 12-hour. So the 12-hour, we had a bottom here, big green dot. Obviously, after that movement to the upside, and then over here, which would be a trigger wave, would be to put a long. You know, you'd put a long here, and it should have price action up. Yeah, that 25, this mark right here is tough. Yeah, I think we go up, guys. I'm still bullish. Let's look at the market cipher B. So we could have a little gumdrop like over here. Right? Could have a little action like this. Move up. Could have this cutting in, which it is. Money flow is cutting back in. VWAP's pointing up. Momentum dot. I mean, everything looks like bull. Let's look at the RSI. RSI is pointing almost straight up. It's above the momentum wave, the moving average. Yeah, no, bullish, guys. I'm still bullish. Lots of bullish things. Let's look for... Yeah, that bearish divergence was still there. But I think that's what this was here, this drop. So there was a bearish divergence. I posted on my Twitter account. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter. It's going up right here. Yeah, price action was going up. but the momentum was coming down. The RSI came down in the same time that the price action went up. That is a bearish divergence, and we saw a drop here, and we found support. What it seems like that we found support. I mean, could we retest this? I think we did already, guys. We broke through it, hovered around, went over, tested it, went back up, right? Went down. We're testing this area. I think we move up here. Let's go down to the, I don't know, let's go to 4 hour. So this is where it was yesterday, right here. We went below. I was in a trade right here, and actually I came back up here. This line got me nervous. I was closing. I actually was in a trade, and I must have got in. When did I get into this trade? I probably got in close to here. Yeah, I got in around here. Was it 27th? No, I got in on 28th. Yeah, I think I got in like here. And then, yeah, I got in here. And then the next candle it went up. And then it shot down on the 4 hour. And I hung in there the whole time. I was down, 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 down. And then right before I went to bed, last night, so 1900. So yeah, it was like 10 o'clock where I am. And it went up, and I saw that I was breaking even. And I was like, all right, I got just over the 23.3. I broke even. I got out of the trade. I thought we broke below, and then we just wicked above it. And I was like, let me just get out. I don't feel like losing. It's better to, I don't want to lose. And at that point, I'm just gambling that this wasn't, we could have went down below, came back up and tested it, wicked over, and then went to a new low. We could have went, down to 20, whatever that is. What number is that? 22.8. My camera's like right here, and it blocks what I can see on the screen. So yeah, but no, sure enough, it broke up, and it's going to start testing. It's testing 24, right? We saw today already almost 23,997. That's nice. Yeah, we're gonna have some good price action today. Let's take a look at the things are gonna get freaky, guys. Let's look. Whew. Well, this doesn't look bullish, but yeah, we have. I was gonna test to get out. Almost a little gum drop, but not. Maybe a double gum drop. So hopefully we go like this and we get back into the green. That's wishful thinking, guys, because it's actually pointing down. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to make sure you guys can see this. So market cipher B is actually pointing downward. We're going down here. So positive. So we could see a little like a little mini head and shoulders here, like an inverse head and shoulders. Down like this, the head, make another little shoulder, cut him in. That's possible, right? That's interesting. This could even be the head. You could go like this, and I don't want to even see another shoulder. But it could be similar to this one right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, out. Right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, out. I wonder if they're diminishing at all. Ever so slightly. The momentum waves is actually cutting down more. And that's what we saw here, into the red. See, the one thing I had said this about 2 weeks ago was, we could have, no, I don't think so. I had said this, what if you have a head here? You're not going to get much bearish action from talk from me, but is that possible? I mean, it is. I mean, that would be a head and shoulders, but it could be. This not really. I was gonna say this is a shoulder, that's a head, but it's not. Yeah. Sorry, guys, a little bearish talk, but yeah, I'm not a subscriber to that really. There's got to be a nice trend line in this area. Right? There must be a nice little trend in this vicinity. To restart, once we test up, over 25. Guys, we had to close a 4 hour, then close the 8 hour, then close the 12 hour, then close the daily, over these numbers. And as we close them, it's just more and more solid. So, like I said, we're back to the drawing board, 23.3. Got to close over. We want to close today over. We want to close the weekly over. But I think we're going to start pushing up. I think this is a double little bottom right here in this area. Bang, bang, and moving. Even that line doesn't look too good right here. Doesn't look freaky enough for me. Something like that. It's close. It's in that area. It's definitely a trend line there. Let's take a look at a couple of fib levels too in this area. Let's look at the local right here. So yeah, we have, it's bouncing off the 23,693. It's above it. Looks like we made our way back in. Let me just tighten this up a little bit. Yeah, I think once we hit this 24.3, usually the golden pockets are a little bit, they get a little freaky. I think we're going to stop. We'll see some real movement through here. Let's take a look at the previous. Let's go from here. Oh, that's it hit the number exactly. Let's go right here. Yeah, see when last time it hit that golden pocket, big action through. Big movement. So I think something we're going to look for on this 4 hour, you can see that's undeniable. So on the 4 hour, let's put this here. Let's keep an eye on this. I want to keep an eye on this, on the 4 hour, this little pocket right here. We'll make it gold so we know what we're talking about. Yeah, let's keep an eye on this one right there. Because I think when we hit this, we're going to see some exploding movement up. And we'll see if this all coincides with the money flow coming in. By then, maybe we have a VWAP that's curling back in, back up. And that might be a good play for a long. So, all right, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m.